What a team.
It was a great team, but like Hall of Famers, Jim Thome, Ken Griffey Jr. is on that team, Canerico, Burley, the list goes on. It was just, it was an incredible team. Just to be a rookie and have that level of service was I mean, can't describe that.
It's car con carne. Let's eat in the car. It's car con carne. And now here's the star of our show, James Van Alstyne.
Look at that, Adam Russell's in the car. I can't even say that with my voice the way it is. So we're live. We're actually streaming this live at the Brent Sopel Celebrity Golf Tournament. Did you just walk off the course?
Just walked off the course, turned in a card, and now I'm in a car doing an interview.
As is the natural course of progression.
This is pretty standard.
How do you do out there? Are you a regular golfer?
I am. I play probably 2 or 3 times a week. Disappointing the season's about to end. We did 10 under. We missed some putts. Couldn't get some putts to go down, but I played pretty well today. I had a good round.
So let's talk about your time with the White Sox, because we're in Chicago. We're in the Chicago area.
Sure.
The time was relatively brief.
Yeah. Well, I came up through the minors with them and had some great experiences down there and learned a lot about the game. And then I got a year up with them, and then I was traded the next year. But the team I played with in 2008, I mean,
what a team.
It was a great team, but like Hall of Famers, Jim Thome, Ken Griffey Jr. is on that team, Canerico, Burley, the list goes on. It was just, it was an incredible team. Just to be a rookie and have that level of service was I mean, can't describe that experience.
Was Canerico kind of that quiet storm guy?
Yeah. We call him El Capitan. He was the leader in the clubhouse. He was, he didn't say much, but when he did say it, it meant a lot. And I was telling some stories about Paul today, and some of the advice he gave me when I first got there, and he was an awesome guy. It's just an unbelievable hitter.
Well, what kind of unbelievable hitter? What kind of advice?
Well, when he first sat down, he was like, "Russ, I don't have much to say to you about pitching. I'm a hitter. You're a pitcher." He's like, "I've seen your stuff. It's nasty. It plays here. Do not change a thing. A lot of guys, when they first get here, they press too much, or they want to try to do too much and don't stay within themselves, and that's when they get into trouble." He's like, "I've seen your stuff. It plays here." So that really helped me like kind of calm it down, because it is nerve-wracking when you first get up there. It's everything you've been working for your entire life, and then all of a sudden you're there.
But every player I've talked to before, you just kind of get in that zone. You tune it out. Like everything is just.
Yeah, I remember my first time running through the gates. I completely blacked out. I ran through the gates, and then I was on the mound. I have no idea how I got there. And then I was like, all right, let's calm down. I think I had probably 7 or 8 warm-up pitches. 3 or 4 of them went to the back screen. It was not good. And then I kind of just set myself. I'm like, listen, we know what we're doing here. We've done this a million times. First pitch, it's 96, right where I wanted to throw it. And I'm like, all right, I can do this. So my warm-up pitches are not good. AJ, I thought he was going to murder me. Yeah.
He seems to not really care about keeping opinions to himself.
No,
not so much.
You know what? I think AJ loves playing the heel.
That's totally it.
He's really into wrestling. I think he embraces the fact that people don't like him, and I think
there's an energy there.
So polarizing and like so known was because he was such a jerk.
Well, Chicago's like, yeah, he's an asshole,
yeah,
but he's our asshole.
Yeah, exactly. And I absolutely loved pitching AJ. I don't think I shook that guy off. We were always on the same page. We worked quickly together. Every time I had a thought in my mind, he was already 2 steps ahead of me. One of the most intelligent catchers I've ever played with. So
take me back long before the bigs.
Yeah.
When did you start getting that baseball itch? Did you play Little League from like kindergarten on? Was that?
Yeah, I remember playing t-ball when I was like 5 or 6, and I was always good at it, and I just started getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and my dad did a really good job of not pressuring me. He did a great job molding me, getting me to love the game first before I got super serious about it. And, that was kind of in high school is when I really started noticing, like, shoot, I have a real shot here at doing this. And I was drafted out of high school, but decided not to go and went to a high university for 3 years and then got drafted again by the White Sox.
No regrets?
No. No. As far as the leaving or just going to college,
yeah.
Oh, best decision of my life. I mean, being a high school kid, I was like mentally, physically, emotionally, just not ready. I would have been out of pro ball.
How could you be?
I would have been out of pro ball in 1 to 2 years.
Yeah.
I had no chance I would have played for 11 like I did. But yeah.
So, through the Padres, Rays, etc., what's the high point for you?
Oh, man, it has to come down to that first game. It's just you work so hard, with the White Sox, and you work so hard to get to that point, and then you find yourself in that moment, and you succeed. And that also that blackout game, like game 163 in 2008 game where we beat Minnesota 1-0. That was, I knew I had no chance of ever making it in that game. There was no one chance I would make it and pitch to that game, and I remember being so nervous. It felt like a World Series game. If that's what it feels like. It was unbelievable. The energy of that crowd.
I remember that.
That place was rocking. I had a great time that day.
So what are you up to now?
I just moved back here to Chicago about 3 years ago.
You miss the weather.
I'm from Cleveland, so I didn't really trade up. Now I'm working as an employee benefits consultant for a company called Hub International, and it's been a great job. Working a 9 to 5 now ish. It hasn't been that big of a transition that I went back and I finished my degree at Ohio University, and then
that's the pro move right there.
Yeah. Well, I had it initially written into my initial contract with the White Sox that they have to pay for the rest of my college whenever I decide to go back.
Well done.
Yeah.
So in the office, are there rumblings like we should get a softball team going?
The first day, so Hub's a pretty large company, and we probably have 500 employees just in my building alone, and they made an announcement that former White Sox player Adam Russel is now with us and stop by and say hello. I think I had probably 50 or 60 people come up to me and ask me to be on their softball team. And that's one, I'll give it to this one girl comes up to me. She's like, hey, I'm on the welcoming committee. I'm here to take you to lunch. I'm like, okay, great. Now this is awesome. So I'm like, I got to learn about the company a little more, and so she just got me one-on-one. We were talking, and all of a sudden she just starts grinning. She's like, I kind of want you to be on our softball team. I'm like, is this what this is about? She's like, there's not even a welcome committee.
That's amazing.
It was funny. So I like the effort. I'll join your team.
Well, congrats on your career.
Thank you.
Thanks for hanging out in my car.
Absolutely. Thank you.
And
thanks for having me.
It's very cool to meet you.
Yeah, it's cool to do this interview in here. Am I supposed to be seatbelt on? Or
we're not moving.
Okay.
You're fine.
Okay.
You're safe. Your precious cargo. Thank you for watching on Facebook Live. Look at that.